Hey guys, welcome to today's live stream. Um, so what I got, what first time, being alone, being in one place, just kind of stuck in their room, not going outside as much. Because this is basically what's happening at this point. Um, we have to kind of stay indoors so we can protect our loved ones. We don't want people who are close to us to anything to happen, especially if you have roommates or something like that. People live with other people, they don't want other people to be affected. So taking care of yourself is actually taking care of other people. So this is actually pretty difficult. I can see, like, even as social media is changing, we can see how literally everyone, consciousness is really changing because you don't have as much things to distract you. You can't go outside and see people moving around and you know see different shops, different clothing. Now you kind of have to keep yourself entertained, which is more difficult for most people because when you have to really get down to it, you don't want to start listening to your thoughts and different things because you haven't prepared your mind for that. Your mind isn't prepared to kind of deal with all the things that are going to come inside of it. It's almost like people want to keep moving until they realize they have to stop. And this is a time where we're really seeing how the world is kind of coming to a stop. Everything is slowing down, and a lot of people are kind of seeing that this isn't the kind of thing that they want to do. They want to keep going, they want to go hard, they don't want to stop. they want to they want to you know feel something that is moving. And this is the thing, like, in this time we can't have things that are always moving, because something that's always growing is basically not healthy for the planet. Sometimes you have to come back to level so that you can actually really take everything in. You have to realize that this is time for you to kind of come closer to yourself, really find out what are your goals. Where are you going? Is your path or someone else's path? Now because you're with those people who, when you were telling them all these things that you're doing all the time, it was on the phone. But now a lot of people are coming back to their parents' house and different things, and they're able to talk to them. What has been going on? Well, I've been doing this and this. Well, now everything's stopped, and you have to come back. Is this about other people or is this about yourself? Is this getting closer to who you really are deep down? We've always had this thing where when you do get that time to actually go deep down, you can do it for 20 minutes or something. But in a time like this where all you have is that slowing down, it's scary. People don't want to slow down. It's not in our nature to slow down. It's almost like the world is crushing because we don't want to slow down. We want to go faster. And anytime that it slows down, it's almost like, is this because of me? Have I done something to slow it down? But there is no slowing down without going faster. And there is no going faster without slowing down. And this is something which I think a lot of people are going to realize, that when you do slow down, when you do get back to who you really are, then you're going to be able to grow much faster. There's a very interesting concept in investing where you never go all out. You never spend the thousands of dollars to buy a stock or an option or something like that without first seeing some change. So this is a time where we can see that change before we start scaling into doing massive amounts of effort. It's true. The first thing that's important is, if you have nothing going on, the first thing you should be doing is taking action. But if there's no action, you've been moving, you know that's good, you've have the response, and you have that, you know, you have that feedback loop of, you do something good and something happens. But how do you get that feedback loop when you have to stop and you have to get closer to inside of you to who is generating that action, that response? Like, there's a lot of rich people out there, but a lot of people that haven't found their inner purpose. And there's a lot of people who found their inner purpose that are not rich. So now we come to a place where everyone is kind of coming to ground even. We're all kind of on the same level. The rich people are staying at home, the poor people are staying at home. So what's the difference? What's the real difference between everyone? Are we, do we differentiate ourselves from a different level of pay? Do we differentiate ourselves for how much toilet paper we have? Do we differentiate ourselves with how many stocks we have? Well, now we're seeing everything is getting completely mixed up. No one knows who has what. The poor person maybe has more toilet paper, and maybe the rich person doesn't have as much toilet paper. But what's the real difference? You know, and it comes down to being able to accept yourself during that time where you have to be completely quiet to be able to listen, not to everything outside, not to the external world. Because at this time, if you're listening to the external world, you're going to be going crazy because the external world right now is pretty much off. The switch is off. There's no more external world. So, how do we get to that internal world? Well, it's about quieting down and listening. Where is your mind going? Where is your body feeling? What are the reactions you're feeling? If you look on the news right now, all you're going to see is horrible, weird, just bad news, blaming, accusing, just everything is just completely, it's not good. So, how do you get back to that? You have to listen. Listen to yourself. You have to feel it. Feel how is your body feeling when you take a breath. Saying, which is basically what problem do you have at this moment? It's asking yourself this very easy question. What is the problem at this moment? When you try to think, there is no problem at this moment. You can't have a problem in this moment. Yes, maybe you'll have to take some action later, but at this moment, it's completely calm. There is nothing you can do, so you could just accept. So that is probably the most important thing. But in terms of, you know, what else is happening is you now have a chance to go to a different level. And this level is going to be for everyone else. So when things go down and everyone goes back to even, everyone now has a chance to get to the highest points. And if you're ready to do that, this can completely change your life. This is literally the point. So there's two ways to get really rich. One is to go really, really high, to just make everything you can. That is one way. But another way is when everything's really, really down, like something like this, and you find a way to capitalize on that, to really take everything to the next level. When you have that chance and you make that difference, things change very quickly. Now, there's another thing that other people can be doing. And that's literally, you know, just kind of lashing out, go crazy, do those things that, you don't want to do, like scream, this is a time to let that out, like get a pillow, put it on your face and just scream, and you're going to feel so much better. Like there's only so much that can affect you before you realize that, you know, this is just energy. We're all energy, and it's the way we react to other people's energy that we go forward. And just accepting. Now, I wish today was more of a, business and kind of thing related, but it's more of the times we're in. And this times, yes, there's so many ways to make money in this time. Like if if you're not seeing this, then you know I don't know if you've seen my channel for long enough, but this is the time that everything I'm talking about is finally happening. You know, you want to do investing right now is going to be the best. You want to build a Shopify business, I'm telling you, there's more people at home willing to buy whatever you're selling because you're not in a retail store, and it's just better because they're not allowed to go outside. So we're living right now in the future. Like nothing has changed really as much in the last 50 years than it is today. People talk about how school systems have never changed for the last 50 years and only phones have. Well, now look at what's happening today. You know, 50 years ago, people were in a classroom. Today, everyone's on a Zoom video. 50 years ago, you had to go to work to get paid. Today, every single person is in their home getting work, getting paid. Not every single person, but majority of people have moved from a inbound, stuck in someone else's place to being at home. So this is completely changing even what is possible. And if you start seeing if this is what's possible in your home, what is possible if you scale this to what's going to happen eventually, if everyone's able to continue working, having Zoom meetings and things like that, you can start traveling the world. You'll be able to, literally study while you're in another country and do work at the same time, all using video. The thing is, we are really not that complicated. We respond to certain things, and we don't really need to be in person. There's no extra sensory experience other than, touching somebody. But, we're moving away from touching, So what is left? What's left is visual, auditory, and that's pretty much it, you know? Feeling, thinking. These are the things that are left for us to deal with. And, it's harder because being in a contained environment where there's no more chaos, where everything is very kind of, it's you have so much more control, is something which people haven't experienced before. You know, we are right now in the most controlled time of our lives. And if we can completely take advantage of that control, start making videos, start posting on Instagram, start posting on TikTok, you know, do content, make this your time to shine. Make this your time that you're going to grow whatever you want to grow. Maybe it's not going to be the biggest right now, but Rome wasn't built in a day. So It's just brick by brick, phase by phase, plan by plan, step by step, and you're going to get to where you have to be. We're all on this journey together. And as we move together, as we go to this path, we're going to be experiencing something which isn't from the past. We're moving through time, and we're moving through important thing. Like, people really underestimate pain. Pain is the biggest force that grows us. And there is no way that this is not the most painful time for consciousness, because we don't have what we had before. Like, there's so much happening right now that it is so painful for most people, because there's boredom. You can't go to arcades, you can't go to a movie anymore. The Netflix only has so many movies that you want to watch. YouTube is very amazing. You can learn so much, but how many people are actually looking at YouTube and learning things? Probably not that many. So what I want you to take away from today is go inside and realize that now is the best time to get out of your comfort zone, in a comfort zone, and realize that if this is going to be our reality for the next 10 years, for example, how are you going to change your life to a better, healthier, happier, more freeing, more just lighter? Your world can be so light just by letting go of what you think it has to look like to what it is now. So that's everything, and hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.